Greetings, brethren. Housebooger Donkey here. I have really not done very much hobby in the last week, so I thought I'd make a video out of this because it'll be a while until I have stuff done. I've only really had time for commissions and stuff because work has been a bit crazy. So what I'm gonna do is this is the neoprene road that I bought from Deep Cut Studios, and I'm going to cut them because it's a continuous roll, as you can see. I'm going to cut that into 12-inch pieces, and then also cut these into several wedges so that I can build roads out of that. I'm going to need another one of these at some point, but for now. Right. I also have the advantage that my mother loves to do patchworking stuff, so she has exactly the kind of gear that is required to cut these really easily. Obviously, you can just do it with a regular hobby knife, but I'm going to use this this cloth rolling knife or round knife. I don't even know what you call it. Alright, let me see. I'm gonna set it down here. And whoop. It worked like a charm. And now we have a single 12-inch strip of road. I'm gonna do that with the rest of the road as well, and then clean it up because my table is unbelievably dirty and I still haven't had time to clean it. But I just wanted to show that process. Obviously with this I'm going to do a similar thing. I'm probably going to go with one 90-degree bit and then cut that into two, and then have this one, have one much larger one and then another small one. You know, also obviously looking at the fact that I'm going to get another one of these, so I'll have a bit more. You know what, I'm going to do this left hand appropriately. It's about, yeah, that is about right. Actually, I'm going to use this to check, make sure that I'm getting, let's see, there you go, that's too much. So this is what I need for a single road. And then I'm gonna hold that down and whoop. Now we have a nice 90-degree turn for the road. See? Now this can go on the end. And I can put another road here, and they all connect nicely. All right. The other thing, as I said, I'm gonna cut this down the middle and make a few different kinds of pieces so I can have natural-looking paths. But the other thing I wanted to show off, because I don't think it came across very well, is this little homestead that I built. This little Dark Age homestead. I did say in my Oathmark 1 year in review video that these two this building and this food storage bin, I got this from Carthage Must Be Destroyed on YouTube. He did these as a Kickstarter, these terrain pieces. They're resin cast. And all I really did is I glued them on as you can see, on a plastic card base. Then I also added this wattle fence from Renedra. They sell a lovely little kit of plastic wattle fencing. And I just cut a few pieces down and just made it look somewhat natural for a little enclosure. And then I put down some milliput around the fence mostly to just make it a bit more sturdy. Obviously, I scored the plastic card beforehand. Glued down the two buildings, then added some more milliput around this because this came with a base and I wanted it to blend in a little bit better. Then I followed all the other steps that I did with the hills. So I sanded it, primed the whole thing black. I repainted these buildings. They originally came painted, but I wanted them to sort of blend in with my other stuff a bit better. Painted it brown, washed it, dry brushed it, painted the rocks, then added the sawdust flock, and then added some flower tufts and grass tufts, and I also had these. Actually, they're still sitting here. I had this. I bought this at some point. They're just potato bags, and then there's a tiny little bag of potatoes in there. And I thought that would fit really well, so I put a few bags down, and then, as you can see, I glued down a few potatoes to make it look like they spilled out of the sack across the yard. And I'm really happy with this piece. It really didn't take all that long to paint. I didn't go crazy on it. As you can see with the fence, I just kind of went for a really rough dry brush, and then on all the wooden pieces and the fencing, I did a green wash. I don't know how well that comes across. I think you can probably see it better on the fencing. And then I did a brown wash on the thatching. I sort of did it's very hard to see. Let me see if I can pull the light a bit further. Yeah, there you go. I did sort of a gray-brown on the clay wall, and then dry brushed that up a little bit as well. So it's got a bit of a gray tinge, but I think it still looks earthy enough. The wooden door, I did the same way I did this wood. So it's really not particularly work intense, but I think for terrain it's great, and it just blends in, and I think it looks really nice. I'm really happy with it. And this will of course also work for like Dark Age games, Saga, things like that. You could probably still use it for a medieval game. I don't know. I wouldn't be that be that fussed about it. But it's mostly for my Oathmark games, and I'm really happy with this piece. I'm glad I could find a use for these buildings because they were a gift, and I really wanted to make sure that I give them a place of honor on my gaming board. And I think I achieved that. All right, that's already everything in this video. Just wanted to show off this lovely terrain piece once more because I really love it. It's a really nice thing, and I just need some fields to go with this. But that'll be the next step. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully then I'll have finally painted something of my own again, because it's been a while since I actually painted something. I haven't touched any of my own figures since I finished those Wolf Riders. I'm starting to get a bit annoyed with not being able to paint my own stuff. Anyway, I'll see you guys around. Take care.